Welcome back to the Doe Podcast. I'm your host, John Doe, and today we have a truly enlightening episode for you. Joining me is the incredible Sophia, a personal development coach who has helped countless individuals harness the power of positive self-talk to transform their lives. Sophia, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, John. I'm thrilled to be here and share my insights with your listeners.
Sophia, today we're diving deep into the concept of positive self-talk. It's a topic that has gained a lot of attention in recent years. But for those who might not be familiar, can you start by explaining what positive self-talk is and why it's so important?
Absolutely. Positive self-talk is essentially the practice of making affirming and encouraging statements to oneself. It's about consciously shifting our internal dialogue from negative, self-critical thoughts to positive, supportive ones. This practice is crucial because the way we talk to ourselves shapes our beliefs, attitudes, and actions. Negative self-talk can undermine our confidence and lead to self-doubt, whereas positive self-talk can boost our self-esteem, improve our mental health, and enhance our overall quality of life.
That's a great overview. How did you first get interested in this topic? What inspired you to delve into the world of positive self-talk?
My journey with positive self-talk began a few years ago when I was going through a particularly challenging time in my life. I was dealing with a lot of self-doubt and negativity. One day, I realized that the constant stream of negative thoughts in my mind was holding me back. I started researching ways to change my mindset, and that's when I discovered positive self-talk. I began practicing it consistently, and the changes I experienced were profound. I became more confident, resilient, and optimistic. Seeing the impact it had on my life, I felt compelled to share this practice with others.
That's truly inspiring, Sophia. It's amazing how changing our internal dialogue can have such a transformative effect. Let's talk about some of the specific techniques you've found most effective in practicing positive self-talk. What are some practical steps our listeners can take to start incorporating this practice into their daily lives?
There are several techniques that can be very effective. One of the simplest and most powerful methods is to start each day with affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce a positive mindset. For example, you might say, I am capable, I am deserving of success, or I am strong. It's important to choose affirmations that resonate with you personally. Another technique is to challenge negative thoughts when they arise. When you catch yourself thinking something negative, such as, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, pause and ask yourself if that thought is really true. Often, our negative thoughts are not based on reality, but on fear or past experiences. By questioning these thoughts, you can begin to replace them with more positive and realistic ones. It's also helpful to surround yourself with positive influences. This can include spending time with supportive friends and family, reading inspirational books, or listening to uplifting podcasts. The more positivity you expose yourself to, the easier it becomes to maintain a positive internal dialogue.
Those are excellent tips. I especially like the idea of starting the day with affirmations. It sounds like a great way to set a positive tone for the day. Have you noticed any common obstacles people face when trying to implement positive self-talk? How can they overcome these challenges?
Yes, there are a few common obstacles that people often encounter. One major challenge is self-doubt. Many people struggle to believe the positive statements they are telling themselves, especially if they have been engaging in negative self-talk for a long time. It's important to remember that positive self-talk is a skill that takes time to develop. It's okay if it feels awkward or unnatural at first. With consistent practice, it will become easier and more natural. Another obstacle is consistency. It's easy to fall back into old habits of negative thinking, especially when faced with stress or setbacks. To overcome this, it's helpful to create a routine for practicing positive self-talk. This could include setting aside time each day for affirmations, journaling, or meditation. Having a support system can also be beneficial. Share your goals with a friend or family member who can help keep you accountable.
Those are really practical suggestions. Consistency is definitely key. Speaking of routines, do you have a personal routine or practice that helps you stay consistent with your positive self-talk?
Yes, I do. I start each morning with a few minutes of meditation and affirmations. This helps me center myself and set a positive tone for the day. I also keep a journal where I write down my affirmations and reflect on my progress. Throughout the day, I set reminders on my phone to check in with my thoughts and make sure I'm staying positive. Finally, I have a few close friends who know about my commitment to positive self-talk, and they help keep me accountable.
That sounds like a solid routine. It's great to hear how you incorporate positive self talk into your daily life. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about the impact of positive self talk on different areas of life. How can positive self talk influence our relationships, career, and overall well being?
Positive self-talk can have a profound impact on all areas of life. In terms of relationships, when we practice positive self-talk, we become more confident and self-assured. This can improve our interactions with others, making us more open, empathetic, and assertive. We're also more likely to set healthy boundaries and communicate our needs effectively. In our careers, positive self-talk can enhance our performance and productivity. By believing in our abilities and maintaining a positive outlook, we're more likely to take on new challenges, stay motivated, and persevere in the face of obstacles. This can lead to greater job satisfaction and success. When it comes to overall well-being, positive self-talk can reduce stress and anxiety, boost our mood, and improve our mental health. It can help us develop a more optimistic and resilient mindset, which is crucial for navigating life's ups and downs. Ultimately, positive self-talk empowers us to live more fulfilling and purposeful lives.
It's incredible how something as simple as changing our internal dialogue can have such wide reaching effects. I'm curious, Sophia, do you have any success stories or examples of individuals who have experienced significant transformations through positive self talk?
Yes, I've had the privilege of working with many individuals who have experienced remarkable transformations through positive self-talk. One example that comes to mind is a client of mine who was struggling with low self-esteem and anxiety. She was constantly doubting herself and felt stuck in her career. We started working on positive self-talk by identifying her negative thought patterns and replacing them with positive affirmations. Over time, she began to believe in her abilities and started taking steps towards her goals. She eventually landed her dream job and reported feeling more confident and at peace with herself. Another example is a young woman who was dealing with the aftermath of a difficult breakup. She was filled with self-doubt and negative thoughts about her worthiness. Through consistent practice of positive self-talk and self-compassion, she was able to heal and rebuild her self-esteem. She discovered a new sense of independence and joy in her life. These stories illustrate the power of positive self-talk to create lasting change. It's a testament to the fact that we have the ability to shape our reality through the thoughts we choose to focus on.
Those stories are truly inspiring. It's amazing to see the tangible benefits of positive self talk. For listeners who might be skeptical or unsure where to start, what would you say to them?
I would say that it's completely normal to feel skeptical or uncertain at first. Positive self-talk can seem simplistic or even unrealistic, especially if you've been stuck in a cycle of negative thinking for a long time. But I encourage you to give it a try with an open mind. Start small and be patient with yourself. Remember that this is a process, and change doesn't happen overnight. The important thing is to be consistent and kind to yourself. If you're unsure where to start, begin with a few simple affirmations that resonate with you. Write them down and repeat them daily. Pay attention to your thoughts and gently challenge any negative ones that arise. Over time, you'll start to notice a shift in your mindset and overall outlook. And if you need additional support, don't hesitate to seek out resources or connect with a coach or therapist who can guide you on this journey.
Great advice, Sophia. Starting small and being patient with oneself is crucial. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear about any resources or tools you recommend for those looking to dive deeper into positive self talk and personal development.
There are many wonderful resources available for those interested in positive self-talk and personal development. Here are a few that I recommend. 1. Books. Some of my favorite books on this topic include The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, and The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. These books offer valuable insights and practical exercises to help you cultivate a positive mindset. 2. Apps. There are several apps designed to support positive self-talk and mindfulness. Some popular ones include Calm, Headspace, and ThinkUp. These apps offer guided meditations, affirmations, and other tools to help you stay positive and focused. 3. Journals. Keeping a journal can be a powerful way to track your progress and reflect on your thoughts. There are journals specifically designed for positive self-talk and gratitude, such as the 5-Minute Journal or the Start Today Journal. 4. Online communities. Joining online communities or forums can provide additional support and motivation. Platforms like Reddit, Facebook groups, and personal development forums offer spaces where you can connect with like-minded individuals and share your journey. 5. Coaching. Working with a coach can provide personalized guidance and accountability. A coach can help you identify and overcome obstacles, set goals, and develop a positive self-talk practice that works for you.
Those are fantastic resources, Sophia. Thank you for sharing them. I'm sure our listeners will find them very helpful. As we come to the end of our episode, is there any final message you'd like to leave with our listeners about the power of positive self-talk?
Yes, I'd like to remind everyone that positive self-talk is a journey. It's not about being perfect or never having a negative thought again. It's about making a consistent effort to be kind to yourself and choosing to focus on the positive. Remember that you have the power to shape your reality through your thoughts. By practicing positive self-talk, you can create a more fulfilling and joyful life. Be patient with yourself, stay committed, and know that every small step you take makes a difference.
Thank you so much, Sophia. This has been an enlightening and inspiring conversation. For our listeners, if you want to learn more about Sophia's work or get in touch with her, be sure to check out the links in the show notes. Thanks again for joining us, Sophia.
Thank you, John. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Remember, stay positive and keep talking kindly to yourself.